Hi, welcome to Jadekine Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 65th session of the Underland Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We have Austin as Erich, Ryan as Henwick, Bob as Kalidan, Nick as Jimmy, and last time the party mucked about and went to Elysium. While waiting for an audience with Paylor, spent a bunch of time doing spells, set invisible specters to kill and explore the Underdark, turned Kalidan into a dragon, adult bronze dragon.
As you do.
Then they actually met with Paylor to end the suffering of Muriel and seek advice. Erich opened his big dumb mouth and about his time in hell. And
objection. My 20 charisma says that's a very nice mouth.
It doesn't make it either big nor dumb. Some big things could be really
The only
nice.
thing that keeps getting transplanted from body to body is the silver tongue.
It's probably about the charisma, yeah.
I have not lost my racial bonus to charisma.
That's just too big.
That's down there at the soul level.
So while the others were sent back to the waiting room, Paylor and Farlingen met with him, and Erich was turned into a Protector Aasimar and given basically a mission to protect those weaker than him.
Which, I mean, I was already doing, so. I'm just saying, as a character, Erich just heard, just keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. And I'm like, yeah, that is true.
Now, are you protecting those weaker? When you come upon them in an adventure, are you actually seeking them out for protection?
I would argue that going on an adventure is the easiest way to improving power, thereby protecting them. More people need to go on more adventures. That is obviously the solution to this whole problem.
He's a very proactive person. I'm going to proactively protect you from that stuff that I'm going to kill over there.
And also, why would I, feed a man a fish when I can teach him how to gain levels?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It does. Clink eventually gained levels, didn't she?
Bam.
We're still waiting to see if she turned into an arcane trickster like we've been asking.
No!
We need to round up the arcane party.
Anyway, so give you waiting 10, 15 minutes in the room below. Comparably not a very long time for how much time you spent here. When an Aasimar walks down the stairs,
I would be surprised.
you are recognized by the veins who it is offhand. But
I look and see it wearing
Erich's
Eric's outfit. I just assume that's Eric's outfit. That's
did I
probably
burn up
Eric.
Eric's outfit in that? Make a luck check.
At least some of it, all of it's magical. Except the pants.
Just going out, big dick swinging.
Because the vest, the doublet, the cloak, the boots are all magic. I'm not wearing my... I would have a fancy hat. That's not magic. Fancy hat is magic. I'm pretty sure it's +5. It's +5.
Yeah, okay.
17.
Erich looks different as he comes down the stairs.
And we're all just like, so.
Peller says we're doing a great job and keep at it.
I see he's,
Gifted you with his favor?
Yeah, he took away the flaming eye, so I asked for a replacement and he gave me this.
That's how you're going to spend that. Asked for a replacement.
I mean, technically that's what he did. He said, give me something else, and that's when he was told to go into the other room.
Okay.
Alright.
Who's next on our list, or do you want to go invisible and scout?
Well, that's going to be... That's already sort of taking place. I sent those guys off, maybe a day or two ago?
When he shoved his simulacrum out there to go scout for him.
Yeah, and it's going to... remember how long it actually takes us to get around in the Underdark?
Oh, yeah.
It's like
He's still probably traveling from the Devil Temple.
Yeah, it's still... Because it's like 6 days of travel from, the Devil Temple to my hometown or something? Or was it the Ludigar's place? I don't remember.
6 days to Ludigar's place and another, half a day to the Big Hole.
Yeah, so they're all probably still traveling on their way there to get to the Underdark, so that's already taken place. The real question is one, I've got something that I want to do while even that's going on, and I'll continue on the scouting after I finish that. But then it's getting in contact with our remaining allies to get the armies up and going.
Yeah, I figure we can... the other dwarves didn't seem... They didn't even see us, so maybe not them. You already got your guild, maybe. We could check with the town that gave me the crossbow. That's a couple of days in the other direction from the Devil Temple. Or a week or two. It's still on the upper... It's on that upper trail.
Yeah.
There's Devil Temple. Oh, there's Lugar. No, that's freaking Secret Land's Temple of this devil. And
That is. That you're thinking of is the vampire.
Oh, okay.
Which you never found another way to get through there other than going through vampires. By the way, technically, yeah, that's the much the is it Narmixal is the much closer one to.
Because we need to contact Gith, or at
Do
least...
you descend the staircase?
Yeah, we'll go.
Are we getting out of Taylor's house, basically?
Yeah, it's like, what are you?
Well, we'll go ahead and...
We'll
we're in
figure
a
out.
waiting room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the waiting room right now.
Okay. Yeah.
If no one's showing us out, we're going to discuss this before we decide where we want to plane shift to, technically.
We'll plane shift and then I'll move us about as we need, or at least to our next location.
Now, technically, you could, but are we going to ask the gnomes?
My plan for right now is to tell them that it's happening, but to not actually bring them into it.
Because these are bad people. I don't want any of them hurt.
I mean, if they want to.
Well, yeah. If there's somebody who actually wants to participate, then they won't be denied it. But for the most part, I'm not going to impose upon them.
You could send a message to Granny to see if she knows, and at least let her know. So do we want to go to Devil Temple and go...
No, we don't need to go to Devil Temple.
So Narmixel to go check on the other town? Or do you still want to go and check up on the Lady of the Lake? If nothing else, to see if we can steal stuff. Oh, is that... Oh. What was... Ah, that was the bear.
How do you not just look at the map and just know what everything means? Come on, man.
Can't we just teleport right back to the lake?
Yeah, we could.
Oh yeah, you guys have actual teleport spells now versus, only circle.
Mm-hmm. The other one would be for Kalidan. It's possible that we might need somebody's expertise with smithing. Would you be able to convince, or at least ask your friends that you made in the different Dwarven districts if they might be able to at least provide their skills for the war?
We came
if
down.
not, the actual war participants.
What was that southernmost point?
That's where you came down, from this town, and then this was all the upper level. That's where you jumped down into the lake.
Oh, okay, so this is upper than down. Gotcha. And down there's the Broken Sea, and there's... Yeah. Those are way further apart than I thought, for both being on the Broken Sea.
Yeah.
Or Shattered Sea, or what?
Shattered Sea.
Shattered, okay. This is a big drop?
Well, that's the big drop.
Okay. This must be the Hall of Knives.
That's the Hall of Knives gift.
Drop in. That's this place?
Ludigar, yeah.
Ludigar's place. This is...
That would be over where you found his uncle.
Okay. That must be like the river going through or something.
Yep.
Was this big spider hole?
Yeah, that was where the spiders were.
Trips down memory lane.
Mm-hmm. Why Ryan looks stiff up.
I'm thinking about the fact that teleport has a function for false destinations. You could literally try to teleport to mythical locations and live somewhere that's close.
I want to go to Mount Olympus. You just show up on the tallest mountain on the planet.
I mean, hey, 50-50 that you're going to take 3d10 force damage, but you're bound to roll that good coin flip sooner or later.
Mm-hmm. And heck, that doesn't seem insurmountable insta-death, especially by the time you get teleport.
Well, it's 3d10 and roll again. So watch them coin flips.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just thinking, I'm like, you know, if you get some resistance to force damage, you could do that.
I don't think anything gives you resistance to force damage.
Wish does.
Is that one of its bound functions? You can just wish for resistance?
That's one of you take damage and might lose it.
Mm.
But it's you and like 8 creatures get resistance to a damage you say.
And that's just one of its normal functions or bound functions?
I don't know what bound is.
Broken. You're not supposed to do this. It has a chance of taking the spell away.
It's one of that things.
Oh, okay.
The only thing you're allowed to just keep using wish for is making other spells happen.
Right.
For free. Instantly. One action.
Okay.
Decide what you're gonna do.
First things first. Ask the sword.
Which group should we speak to next? What do you want from it?
Ask the Raven Queen what she'll be providing as far as forces for the war effort. See if we've got her support.
Well,
Can I make an intelligence? Yeah, I was gonna say the answer is probably me. It's like my charisma and wisdom, and even though they're not great, all points to me.
Yeah.
But if you want to waste the ask, I can do it.
Then just ask for her advice for best case scenario.
She just gives you a bad answer. You gotta beat the enemy and then not lose.
Thanks, Madden.
You gotta run the ball down the field and not get tackled. Thanks, Madden.
They got more than touchdowns. You get the point, because having more points is how you win.
See, to be fair, not all of these things are things I knew about football. He could teach me a lot.
Yeah.
Dear Sword, who's the best group of... Who's the most likely group of people to be recruited to fight the Illithids?
Where are you?
Who, me?
No. Yeah, where are you?
Heaven.
What, did she turn Chinese on us?
Is that Celestial by any chance?
Nope.
No, that's chirpy, chirp, chirp, chirp.
Just look around if anybody else was listening and...
That's all in his head.
Oh.
Sword don't work here. Or at least the talkie function doesn't. I'm pretty sure I could still stab some people.
Then I think the best...
I'm saying the Tinker people, we could go by them and just buy weapons for armies.
I think the best option for us would be to plane shift to the teleport circle that's in Cabrex-nem. Bob could then talk to his smithing buddies there and see what they can do for us. And then we can teleport to the Tinker Gnome City and then see if we could recruit them.
I mean, I doubt we'll get much out of it. It's just random smiths. But it can't hurt to ask, I guess.
Yeah, and while that's going on, I can send out a couple sending messages to inform people and ask questions.
Well, at least your answer wasn't, while that's going on, I can copy some spells.
Well, he did say he's going to Cabrex-nem, so we'll see what he does.
But yeah, so
you just want me to go, hey, you want to join a war?
That's what we've been doing so far.
I would think that their smithing skills is what we would be asking to make use of.
Yeah, that's still being part of a war.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want an army of people going to war?
I mean, it's like we're going to war, so we're going to need steel and arms and skills if they would want to join in the fight against the Elithids.
Also keeping in mind that no one knows what an Illithid is.
They're Nami brain guys.
Yeah.
They're psychic slavers. That's what we sell people on. They're going to come get you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at the whole charisma thing, so...
Well, you weren't good at the charisma thing.
Now you're pretty good at it.
Now you're pretty okay, yeah.
Pretty okay.
Well, you can talk to actual people. You're a dragon now. You don't got to be scared. Also, we should talk to the dragon. Or did you already give him one of the stones?
No, but he's part of the Mages Guild, kind of.
It would be super duper nifty if you could find a silver dragon.
If I could find the other types of dragons, I would. In fact, I do have a...
Green?
No, but I have a person... we've seen a green.
Yeah.
I do have a person that I could talk to that might be able to help me locate some of the other metallic dragons. But... is that priority? Do we want to make that a...
No, apparently, nothing is priority.
Right.
I wanted a whole bunch of magic items and stuff, and I wasn't allowed to have them, so I turned into a dragon instead. Because I really wanted to wait for a month so I could get all of my magical item gear. Since we're going to a war that I don't want to be a part of anyways, I'd like to have been fully kitted out, but it's I guess I'll take being a dragon instead.
Okay. First off, just building normally for the things that y'all got is not a month, it's 56 weeks.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
But also, who says you're not getting your stuff?
You did.
No, I didn't.
Specifically. When I asked if I was going to, you said, ha, thinking that you're going to get any of those things you just purchased, and then laughed at me.
I don't see the no.
I do.
They're working on it.
Yeah, you're not going to let us wait 56 weeks.
So everybody's got to hold my hand.
Well, the problem is, it's not everyone... I do hold your hand. We'll let you wait. We have to shift Erich into a plane where time doesn't move.
We can just ignore Erich.
Really? Is that who you think? Who you think needs to be there? You'll find out.
It would seem like Erich's
It's
thing
probably
pressing
the
us forward
crafters who got
faster.
moved into a different time zone.
I mean, if you have the ability to put me in a zone of no time, just put the crafters in a zone of 10 times time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Can't your demiplane do that?
No, Demiplane doesn't have a control...
Yeah, you don't have a time...
Yeah, control
dial?
time...
That's a little bigger.
It'd be way too useful.
That one.
What was that? I forget what the actual name for that. It was in the Demiplane book. It was planar... whatever. It was the temporal difference. It was something. I don't remember what the exact name was, though.
So, we're going to Cabrex-nem?
Yeah, go to Cabrex-nem. That at least gives him an opportunity to talk with some of the smiths to see if we can get them on board, and then we can teleport from there.
Okay, so Cabrex-nem, Mage Guild.
You might have to turn me back into another dragon. Because if they actually have the books done where I can use them, I'm going to have to turn back into me to use them, because Adam won't let them apply to me.
What will they apply to your dragon form?
Huh?
Yeah, I don't want them to apply to a dragon form because that's...
It would be me reapplying the spell after you've done it.
Like I said.
In order to knock... You can knock yourself out of dragon form if you
Oh,
want.
I know that. Mm-hmm. I just... It would be required.
I don't know. Can you hit your own AC? As a dragon, you probably could.
Yeah, as a dragon, it's super easy. My AC is very low. What is he doing? I don't know, but that poor dragon needs our help. Someone get him the hotline.
Okay. So, go ahead and cast that, and we all go to Cabrex-nem.
Success.
Alright.
It'd be weird if it wasn't.
Well, I mean, technically, Pellet could say no.
Yeah, that was what all that was. Is Paler just has a note button whenever spells cast.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Do you do it in the waiting room?
I ask if it's fine if we can do it here.
Well, we've been casting spells all the time. I would just assume we'd cast it if we
you
got
turned me
notes.
into a humongous freaking dragon. I'm shocked that you now suddenly care.
I mean, if you ask, they'll point out it's, per decision at the moment. They can also point out if you go outside, then... yeah.
Yeah, I'll let him pick. If he wants to keep us here, he can.
Okay.
He does not. Yeah, I didn't think he would. Erich's been causing problems.
I have caused 0 problems.
Disagree.
If anything, he might decide, that's not where I want you to go, and he might nope it for that reason. But he's fine with it.
We'll just send you somewhere else.
Hijack it. You're somewhere completely different.
Is that what you say when
We
you haven't
did.
seen your jacket in a while?
We didn't go to the Devil Temple, so...
Which, I mean, I feel like there was a decent chance that that's where you were going to go, because you guys are you guys, and that's like your favorite place.
It's conveniently placed in the middle. It is not our fault.
Yeah, it's just got a good location.
You don't want us to use it? Quit being in the middle of everything.
It's really at the top border of the map.
Yeah, but that's where we need to be.
Yeah, but Ludigar's place is here, and my town's right here, and we don't have like a direct line to it.
Yet.
So, what do you do?
Okay, well...
Experiment with cocaine.
Well, are you willing to go talk to the Smiths to try?
I already agreed to, Nick. Yeah.
Do you actually go do it now, or do you do other things first? We'll go with you first. What do you do?
I go to talk to the Smiths. This might surprise you, but I'm really looking forward to going to the Smiths. No, I just jump off.
Cabrex-nem is the shark marksman place?
Yes.
I'm trying to think if you actually have a way of getting around that with Gladiator self.
Oh, yeah. No, I forgot. I got too used to my abilities and yeeted myself off the side of a cannon.
Now the question is, will he break through? Did Bob just commit suicide?
200
Gladiator into Dragon.
That's not how that works. Because he keeps his own health pool as a Gladiator.
Yeah, you'll have to hurt me more than 212.
Well, I mean, you might have to have a chance on the way down to go, wait a minute. I need
Yeah, can I do like a dex check to be like, oh crap, or like an intelligence check or something? Because I totally would have just yeeted myself off the side. What's the speed check I get on this to not crash but also turn into a dragon?
You could turn into a bird. You can turn into any beast. So
Oh yeah!
flying creature.
Could I just turn into a bird?
Yeah.
And fly far, far away?
Just, Gladiator.
Very
son of a
unusual
bird.
for a bird to be down here, but yeah.
Bad.
What being a bird is probably what comes to his mind first, because of where he grew up. So he's probably
I
a sparrow flying in the Underdark.
Could you ever fly down to the ground and turn back into me?
Yes, you have plenty of time in the fall to do that. My big thought is, what do they react like if you turn into the dragon? So all of a sudden there's a dragon that close to their city.
And not a little one either.
No. But a bird, they're not going to think twice about it. It's weird, but no one is close enough to really
That
notice.
blind bird.
Druids.
In general, druids don't do that here, because druids down here generally don't know that.
Yeah, you turn into bats.
You make it down.
Yay! I didn't crash and die horribly.
I just love that idea. Oh wait, the boots are on the inside of me.
Well, Well, the boots wouldn't have saved me.
Because they're inside the... You'd have to break out into you first.
Yeah, well, the boots... I don't have those anymore. I traded it in for a carpet.
You don't even have...
You wouldn't even have had it. You would have had to cast Snowfall or Featherfall.
Yeah, so one way or the other, this was a bad choice because I totally forgot. It's just like...
As you kind of... We're going... But that must have been what he was planning to do.
He said, oh, okay. Bird. That's fine.
You're about halfway down by the time you figure it out, and they're like, oh, wait. But
he's gotten really used to his abilities.
It's a quick adaptation. Must be the way it affects his mind.
That dragon brain juice is flowing through him.
It's like, good for him. He's super used to it. Whoops!
So, yeah. Simple enough, light inside the city, and you're in the Forge District. The manly guys out talking at the city, bragging and such.
Yeah, I just go walk into the forge.
They're working.
I'd be like, hey, can I talk to you all about Jesus? No, I try to convince them to join the war effort. Because they ought to.
What do you say to convince them? There's no real, leader in this group. There's not, a head. It's just kind of a bunch of guys that work in the Temple of the Forge.
I start bringing up about the badness of the slavery and the whatnots, and their brothers being in chains, and all of this, and, we want you for the cast and crew.
You may make your roll. I do appreciate the pain that it was for you to even come up with that much. I can see it in your eyes.
I'm not used to dealing with this nonsense.
You've been playing a non-talking character for a year.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, though, because I rolled super poorly. So, I got, 8.
I mean, it's not so terrible they're against it. I mean, if weapons are needed, they're like, we'll definitely sell towards that, and,
Hopefully, I was hoping for some of you to join us and march with the army at the back, specifically for arms and armor, not as combatant.
Kind of express that's not really their go-to. They're not
I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of dwarf.
Yeah.
Not that kind of dwarf. You wouldn't have to know where the Forge domain clerics are.
No, not really.
Aren't they literally right here in this temple to Mordor and the Forge?
Some of them would be, yeah. But they don't necessarily think of themselves that way. But
they have levels in cleric.
like A level.
Like, come on, don't be a bitch.
What are you doing?
Well, we're not quite a year, so we're not hunting sharks again.
I thought that was a monthly thing.
Is it monthly?
Pretty sure.
Shoot.
Well, are there people going rah-rah fight the sharks?
No.
Okay.
Wow, dang it.
But I mean, you can find those people if you want,
Well, if they're not going down the tower right now, the fight's not happening right now to get paid.
And also, he has to follow the rules this time.
Also,
But I can literally transform into something with huge muscles. Like a kraken.
I don't think you could.
I don't know if I can.
I don't know. Is there a 9th level shape spell that you use to do that?
There is, but I don't have it.
Yeah.
I'd only have 8th level below.
I could turn into a dragon.
Yeah, I could turn him into a kraken with...
Take that, sharks! Get wrestled!
There's one spell that I
Dragon
can
wrestling.
cast, and it's only on me, and then there's another one that I can cast who's on anyone.
Let's see. Cabrex-nem. If I remember right, there's a guy I know here who has a house above a tavern.
Didn't he rob you?
you're welcome there anytime.
Yeah, anytime. I'm pretty sure that was the specific thing. I can come back anytime.
Don't you have a portable hole full of millions of gold?
Less millions now than when I started.
No, probably more since we got another horde.
We don't know how much money those statues are worth. I assume something.
And I'm pretty sure that when he robbed you, that was before you guys had gone to hell.
Yeah.
So that was when you had good money before you knew what good money was.
Yeah.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, well, I'll go there, hang out there.
He was one of the ones, you'd met him at, and bragged him at the churning.
It's like, well, why are we splitting up? We're just waiting for Kalidan to come back and say,
What are you doing?
I'm talking to Erich, trying to convince him not to wander off where we have to track
Are you
him
following him? Are you staying at the temple?
Am I staying at the
Or at the guild?
Mages Guild?
Yeah.
Yeah. For right
Well,
now.
you guys are at the very least kicked outside of the door of that.
I'm a mage.
You're not in the guild.
You're not a guild member.
How much does guild membership cost?
What
Do
was
I
it?
get a
Like
badge?
No.
It was like 25 gold, but the thing is that you don't really have much to contribute.
He could be one of the ones that literally, with those excessive monthly dues, that he just
Yeah. You
keeps it up that way. There are members that have nothing to contribute other than they just keep paying to be allowed to hang out with the group.
Well, what's like a year's membership?
You have to talk to the. You have to actually go and talk to the head guild master at the.
They're like, we would like you to leave. You're looking over like, that's a pretty nice tea set. I say, I want some tea. How much is the membership?
I have money.
Have money, we'll waste it.
What are you doing then? Because he's trying to stay and you're being kicked out.
Help him try to convince and somehow insinuate myself so that if he pays the dues, I'm in too.
That's not how that works.
That's why I'm fast talking
It's
enough
an
to make
apprentice.
Yeah.
The head of the guild here is Bergen.
Do you know offhand what the dues were listed as? I feel like your notes are easier to
By
search.
offhand, you mean specifically search for that on your computer full of notes?
That's exactly what I mean. Is that what that word means?
I'm not upset about it. When it's my turn to run the game, I'm going to abuse the crap out of Ryan's note taking as well.
It's literally Ryan gets to have a laptop with him because Ryan takes good notes.
I will also have a laptop with me, but that's because
I mean,
I
I've
don't
got
have a
some
great
scrolls.
memory.
Those are
Officially,
like
I have a
right?
laptop. I had it open like 2 of the sessions.
I'm going to need mine open because mine already.
I hand do notes. If I didn't, I would too. And you can't read your handwriting, so it would be hard.
Oh,
for you.
yes, I can. Nick can't read his handwriting. I can read my handwriting just fine.
And I can do dues. I have scrolls.
You can obviously read my handwriting because you can read what's on these pages.
Sometimes I've misspelled things and you've made fun of me for it.
That's because you screwed up a K with a C, and that's ridiculous.
Unless you're right.
He's like, that's it. The rest of these
Have you seen your handwriting, man?
It's gorgeous. I don't know what you're talking about. It's clearly a K.
Guild dues.
1 month's dues are paid with Speak with Animals, 30 days, 25 gold per month, 3 months paid for.
Nice job.
My first guild due was me handing over a unique spell.
Okay, it looks like it was research and work, or 225.
I didn't pay that.
So yeah, $225 a month. There's like 47 months in a year. I don't know.
25 per month. It's
225. Or was that joining was 225 with month?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I used a spell to pay off the 225.
So for a year, I guess that would be 500.
Can I join? What can you do? I can turn into a dragon.
Is there 225 turns into 500?
For a year.
225
200, and then 25 per month.
I was like, 225 a month times 12. What's that? 2,000 gold.
Erich.
Welcome.
Yeah, Erich.
No, he walks off. The clerk's like, sorcerers are so dumb.
I guarantee you they would not be willing to see that while I'm in the room.
You will also have to convince them that you are their kind of mage, but
I have scrolls.
I am a mage. I have trolls. I can do magic.
Check it out. Wish.
Yeah, if you,
Have you lost
if
a
you
loved one?
express that to
Wish.
someone, you're.
I just tried to fast talk my way when he was doing that to. He paid that. I expressed
Well,
that.
no, he's getting an interview with grandfather to see if he's being accepted.
Yeah.
We definitely can't do 2 interviews at a time. You
Yeah,
know?
okay. Then I wait for my turn.
Yeah, so you're outside.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're taken up to an elderly dwarf.
Hello.
They said you wanted to join.
I want to be able to be here. I probably won't be.
You have gates that try to close on me. I don't like that. I'm going to try to fix it with money.
What do you have to offer as far as advancements within the guild?
I have a lot of money.
And, any, you researched arcane abilities?
I research many locations of arcane mystery and bring back their things. I know where a mummy is.
You know where a mummy was.
Yeah, but they disappeared, so...
That pyramid's still there, right? That's just there forever now.
Probably.
You haven't checked.
Hmm.
It's the under Oh God Why pyramid.
Make a persuasion check.
I made a 5.
No, you didn't.
5 is just not good enough, unfortunately.
16.
That's enough he has to roll. I think we're more geared towards those with particularly wizardly studies. Be glad to work with you outside of the guild at some point, but within the halls themselves. We'd really rather reserve those for more trained wizards. Perhaps some of the guild members you could talk to privately as far as some tutoring if you wanted to get started.
No, I'm really good at magic. I mean, not to toot my own horn. I'm fantastic at it.
Yeah, do you know Spellbook to produce?
Yeah, it always struck me strange that you needed a book to remember your spells. I mean,
And that's really the purpose of the guild, and so I don't really see that.
For
that
people
this
who
is-
have trouble, for who are a little slow with the magic.
It's the special ed class.
Exactly, and you don't fit in.
No, I'm super.
They'll
good at
see you
magic.
out.
I get you. I understand. It would make the other students feel bad.
We feel so bad about ourselves, yes.
I get you.
Have a
Don't
good day.
worry. There's no limit on skill with age, so you can get as good as me.
I trust I can.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably even close. You look pretty old.
You look like you're like 18. You just got this body. You're such a dick.
Backhanded compliments. That's how I deal with closed gates.
You know what?
You're undoubtedly higher level than he is.
Yeah. He kind of gets that feeling from his talk with you, and he's like, I'm not going to push it. I can hurt him. He can take this house down.
I will explode this entire spire.
I could probably damage the cavern.
I'm almost sure you could if you just sat there and cast Earthquake a bunch of times at, like, the top of it or the bottom.
So, he joins you outside?
You didn't get it?
No, this is not really.
Were you wanting,
Yeah, sure, I'll try.
Yeah. Do you get a refund?
No, they didn't collect the money.
Yes, I explained money in my adventure prowess in the stories I could tell, but I, on the other hand, use almost the same language, but I'm so much more convincing than him.
Yeah, he's got double proficiency in persuasion. So a whole 6 points more.
And my charisma's higher too, so plus 18, so 26.
You're a little off there. No, you're right.
Yeah, 8 plus 8.
You're like, I've done this before.
And,
I can
your
hear
friend
voices.
wasn't exactly able to. Do you have, Are you a wizard?
I do magic. Isn't that what wizards are?
Do you have a spellbook?
That is what I've told you wizards are.
I come from a land where, I hang out with Ryan all the time, but we're all wizards here.
Yeah, we're all wizards here. Some of us are just better at it than others.
The second closest person to actual wizardry is him.
Hi! I'm a dragon.
I'm a dragon. Can I be a wizard?
I don't want to be a wizard. I want to be a blacksmith.
I can acquire a spell book.
You're just like, pull out a book, yeah, here.
Gotta steal one of my extras.
Doesn't seem that you're really quite going to gain much benefit from being here.
I want to be able to teleport to this place and not be kicked outside right away. I'm willing to give you lots of money. And I'm probably only going to be here hanging out with Henwick when he shows up.
Very well.
I'll have to go talk to Erich to get some money.
Well, then never mind!
Do you not have money?
I have like 400 gold.
Well, I mean, it's 225 is really what you need at this point.
I also
That's
have,
for this month.
I also have 196 platinum.
Oh, you... I need to go get some money.
I try not to use my own money. I just use the big pile of Erich's money. He doesn't care.
The party fund, his personal stores.
I also have used his personal stores, but I use a different amount of it.
Well, I mean,
you all were like trying to be conservative when you bought stuff. I'm like, I'm going to spend.
So when he goes
400,000
inside and now
gold.
you're left standing out there,
I
do you
didn't
just
know.
wait? Yeah, that's what I thought. You're gone.
You're like, I am unsupervised.
Yeah. Now where are you going?
I'm gonna go visit the guy with the house above the tavern.
Who robbed you?
I don't remember that happening.
Yeah.
You probably don't. You're super.
Doesn't?
And I would be pretty sure that I'd notice if I was robbed. I mean, people pull knives on you, they have to cut you and all that. I mean, it's a whole thing.
That's being mugged. It's a whole different thing.
Is it different?
Yes.
I believe the charges
Eric?
are different.
No, I don't
They
think
are
so.
expressly
I think
Eric
they're
says it's not.
I think they're basically the same.
Because you're the only one in the party to have been robbed multiple times.
I'm just saying, I used to be a guard, so I kind of know the difference.
Yeah, but to him, I mean, you say potato, he says tomato.
Sometimes you misplace a couple hundred gold.
He said potato, and I say potato. I've read the song lyrics, and that's how it goes. For some reason, I thought you were going to throw that across the room. I don't know why. But he's like,
I have so much valuable stuff in here, of course not!
no, not you, him. He's
Oh.
like, can you hand that to me? I thought you were like, some part of my brain just went, he's going to throw that. I don't know what part of my brain thinks.
He thinks that you're a monster. He thinks you're a monster.
Apparently, I thought Nick never wanted to come back here.
That's a bad insight check.
It's just like, he's going to throw that.
And you didn't warn me?
I'm like looked up surprised, like, why would you do that? As opposed to surprised at myself going, why would I think that? I just assumed Nick managed to restrain himself at the last moment. I can't possibly have been wrong.
Yeah. Thank you. I do appreciate your restraint. So, yeah, he's there. He's grinding up some herbs and such. Fungus and stuff.
I return!
As you just walk into his house.
Hi, did you forget something?
Nope.
No, just back.
Just back in town.
What would you like to eat? I've come across some very fine herbs. Great steak. Like to try some
sounds
shot? Yes.
Yeah, load me up.
Yes.
I
That's what I always say.
I recently got a new body, and I want to put it through its paces.
Yeah, he doesn't recognize that dude.
I'm the only one wearing this much clothing.
Literally, with the kind layer of clothing, it takes him a while before he's like, their complexion's a bit different, eh?
Yep.
Well, oh yeah, he hasn't seen him since he was an elf.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so. As
He's
Lars
getting closer to what he was before than...
Yeah. Yeah, as I was a devil for a little while. Now I'm like a half angel or something. I don't know.
You live quite the exciting life.
I could tell you all about it.
If you had a life.
Sure.
I do.
Oh no, you see, you're dwelling in the past, young man.
I can tell you stories about my future.
Could you now? That's the thing to hear.
Yes, I could.
Do you have wish spells that does divination?
No.
Nope, but I do get a 23 in deception. And I just lie.
Is this the first time you've used deception this game for all the lying you've been doing?
Maybe? But I just make some stuff up. Something I've never done before in this game.
And that's the day I would finally settle down.
It wouldn't last, of course.
But I mean, it would feel like it was going to at the moment.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've become such a legend at this point. I, of course, get dragged back into it again.
For one more last job.
One more last job.
Always one more.
And then,
Just when I think I'm out.
and then, at the end, I put up all the chairs and turn out the lights on the universe.
That sounds about right.
Randy starts grilling.
Oh, grilling. That makes way more sense than drilling. He starts drilling, just... Like, what are you doing, you psycho?
Home improvement.
He's like, he was cooking dinner, now he's making chairs. I don't know what the hell's going on. Where does the smoke go? We're in a cave.
Just goes up, condenses into moisture.
It's not steam, it's smoke. Smoke doesn't condense into moisture.
It goes up and disappears.
Just saying, there's got to be a cavern around here somewhere that's just like full of toxic smoke.
Nah, I mean, eventually it'll filter out.
Yeah, and eventually it'll settle to the
Ocean.
sea, oceans, walls. It'll bake on.
Just all of a sudden we find the city tunnels.
A lot. There's a fair number of them where that's the top of them.
Have the driders go up and scrape it.
What are they doing? They're there with scrubby pads. They're cleaning.
That's why they're always up there. They're cleaning when they're not doing their job.
You made them seem so much less mysterious, man.
They're always above us. What are they doing? Cleaning.
Housework.
One time, there was a man walking around. He dropped a sponge on his head. It was nasty.
Caught a criminal by bucket once.
They're actually completely white. They just look black because of all the nastiness on them.
So,
Yeah.
anything specific you bring up while you're there?
No. I eventually will go back talking about it. I will bring up the fact that I went into a pyramid. We fought a mummy.
I'm not quite sure what that is.
Oh well, it's an undead monster, but like most of
It's
those
a walking
things,
toilet paper roll.
was sitting on a pile of gold, which is
Right.
which is pretty standard for that stuff.
You just piles of gold, just really.
Oh yeah, that's one of the perks of adventuring. You just have lots of money. I mean,
Things seem like. You got anything exciting going on? Seems like the kind of thing I have to get into.
Well, we've got a war coming up.
A war? I've heard nothing about it.
Oh yeah, we're going to have us a big war against some evil slaving groups. Not normal slaving, like bad slaving.
Oh, the worst kind.
Bad slaving. Ah, the worst kind.
Yes.
That needs to be on a coffee mug. just Erich and this dwarf. Not regular slaving, bad slaving. And then the backside just says, the worst kind.
The really objectionable stuff.
Hate that.
Like, no union breaks.
Well, I mean, Who's fighting the wall?
Well, it's me,
I mean-
an elite team, my team, one god, some devils, another race that's being enslaved by these creatures, a second race that's being enslaved by these creatures. We're also trying. The drows are sending some people.
Drows? What help are they going to be?
Well, I mean, somebody's got to get shot.
I suppose you're right.
We've met some mushroom guys. They're going to send some people.
A couple
I
dragons.
tend to be a little bit by the book.
And I think I managed to convince some of the dwarves in the city with the really shiny wall to sell some weapons to the effort.
A really proper dwarven weapon. And no dwarves to use it.
Well, presumably we'll get some that are down there. We'll free them from the slaving and recruit them into the work. At least that's what I'm thinking happens.
Well, very interesting. Keep me abreast on it, especially if there's more of that precious gold you always keep to come by out of it. Yeah, like some steak.
Yeah.
Sits down to dinner.
You
That's
wake up.
right.
Ah, prisoner, you're awake.
They caught you crossing the border. Oh, Todd Howard, he did it again.
So,
Eric's just like, it's like the fifth time.
so what are you up to here?
Failing to convince the dwarves.
Yeah.
I guess I go into the chapel.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Throw some prayers out there. Realize I ain't got my magical forging powers. Start learning to forge all over again.
You were better last time.
I looked different last time.
It looks like you look like you did a hair swap.
Turn into a dwarf. Walk into the chapel, walk out a dwarf. Start trying to learn to forge.
Where did you learn this?
Haven't learned anything.
What are the Mage Guild folks up to?
Waiting for the other two to come back. I figured Ryan would be spending... I'm talking to people if they want to listen to stories of the adventures. If no one does, I'm sitting there enjoying tea. I figure Ryan's sending.
But yeah, which takes me an action, so this is going to take a whole couple seconds for me to do this.
So as he's walking up the stairs to first talk to your grandfather.
So, first sending, I sent a message to the Aboleth. Did you manage to survive your encounter with Tiamat, and if so, where are you?
Do you know that there's no response?
There is no response from the Aboleth. Alright.
They can food. I don't think you get a warning that if it doesn't complete.
Well, they don't say anything back.
Don't say anything back. It either failed or she's really dead. Either which way.
Or just doesn't want to talk to you. Also a possibility.
Yep.
One of these three things probably happened.
Alright. Sending to the cohort of Gith, the warrior that was by her side.
The Gith Knight.
Yeah.
The one that actually traveled with you?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say I am back on this plane. Where are you? How can we get in contact in order to coordinate war effort?
Didn't we stop by Gith and give her a stone?
No.
I
I sent a sending message to Gith, and she said I am home.
With sending, you required to share a language?
With sending, probably. I think it's language dependent. We'll see. This spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message.
And can reply.
Yeah,
Because quite specifically, the knight that traveled with you did not. It only spoke Gith.
Well, sending allows me to convey the meaning of the message.
But yeah, so you get back the meaning, basically that he has returned to her people and she has gone on home.
Okay. Well, I don't get anything out of it. And it's like, I don't know where he actually is. And it's like, presumably back in that cave where we met them.
Yes, that seemed to be home.
Yeah. So, okay. Send a message to Gran and tell her we are... me and my friends are in the process of recruiting people for committing war against the Aboleths. I want you to be aware of it.
Aboleths?
Or the Mind Flayers, the Illithids. I want you to be aware of it, and for you to tell everybody, but I don't... nobody's... I'm not imposing anything upon anyone. This can be just me.
Would you have had the authority to impose?
No.
But he's trying to do it by informing and not asking anyone to join a war. Though, theoretically, they could make up their own mind.
Yeah.
In actuality, they can't, because they've already been taken over by the Mind Flayers.
Yay. Whether you won't be too happy that you're just marching off to war. Do you really have to go through all this to get your memories back before we could get married? I must do it. Really, war is part of this now?
She better not ask me if it was necessary, because my answer was like, no, it wasn't. You couldn't have given up on this. This is stupid.
And at this point, you're desperately trying to get back memories that you're going to repress anyways.
Probably. No, this is basically for the principle of the thing, and that I'm in too deep at this point.
Some cost policy, man. Gotta keep going.
I've invested so much!
The hole's too deep, gotta keep digging.
I mean, there's no way out. I can't climb out now.
Yeah.
Maybe the exit. There's an exit closer below me.
Well, sometimes the best way out is through.
Alright, and then I send my last sending message to Clink and say, where are you? We are going to be starting a war against some aberrations. Would you happen to have anything that would be of use to me in that? Could you help?
Twak! No, even her mimicking things could come through intelligently.
Yeah.
Also, she can think to me, basically.
She just acts dead.
Did you ever telepathic bond her? She couldn't physically talk, but one would think in her own brain she could talk.
We weren't that high level.
That
would level spell.
I really
Why
started
are we
using
trying to drag that poor bird back into this?
She deserves an adventure.
She's part of the party.
She's
Kind
someone
of.
we knew. We're asking everyone.
And she deserves this.
This is like Demon Run.
Unknown assistance, heading on way to Bergen.
Okay.
Also known as Best Town.
So,
The fact that her and her group didn't go, topside amazes me.
She probably got dragged into some crap that she didn't want to deal with. I know how that feels.
Do you?
I do. I really do.
Hey, but at least you weren't a purchased slave for part of that.
I mean, we can all be thankful that we've never been purchased.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Eric's been enslaved. At least once, just to see how it is. Freaking weirdo.
I've been part of slave revolts before.
So you had to have been enslaved to be part of the revolt, otherwise you didn't do it right. Didn't get the full experience.
Yeah.
Basically a sin.
Literally, the fact that he's done it that way is now why he's trying this slave revolt on the other way of not being enslaved. It's the variety of experience.
Okay. You're finally getting Erich and all of his troops. He's obviously been in a slave revolt on the other side. Ah, yes.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
So, to Jimmy, who's the last one here, the aboleth, as far as I know, didn't respond, so more than likely dead.
We should go Robert Poole.
I don't know if there's anything worth getting out of there, but it's something we could look when we've got free time, guy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have time anymore.
I'm sorry, my spells never came with teleport.
No.
I could make it so many places with hour in between rest and 3 teleports.
Yep, I don't think Warlock gets it, though.
No.
My grandmother chastised me.
That's what grandmothers are for, so
Yeah.
I hear.
The
rats can squeak at you imperiously.
Start their own religion around me?
No, those are mice.
Oh, okay.
The Gith are basically back where we met them, as far as I could tell from the way he was talking, and Clinks apparently headed to Bergen.
Bergen's the draft city, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The big draw city.
The one where you bought her.
Yeah.
We come back, Clink's married, settled down, Eric's disappointed.
She's enslaved again.
Adding to Bergen!
More like it. More like it. You're just like, didn't you already do this once? I mean,
If you're into it.
This time he would buy her. It's like, you can't go free again until you get some levels and adventuring in you. You obviously can't take care of yourself.
Here's this rogue class. Alright, so those are the people we wanted to talk to. So we got to visit the Gith. We got to visit the Tinkertown.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's
Tinkertown sounds like a Santa Claus thing.
And yeah, the other stuff will have to wait for at least one other day.
So do we spin the thing here, or go track down the other two and teleport to the Tinkertown?
We can do that.
Okay, well, Kalidan's probably at wherever the forge is. Who knows where Erich went?
You don't know that.
I don't know. You've explored the city more than I have.
Well, you go get Kalidan and meet back up here. I'll go try to find Erich.
Okay.
I start going down the tower, asking people about Erich. He's kind of showy and easy to remember.
Yes.
Going on somewhere.
The famed adventurer Erich Rauda is back in town?
He is.
Where is he?
So I don't know. I know he went down, and I keep going down until it's like, no, we didn't see him. And then I move back up and try to narrow it down.
Okay. You end up in a residential area.
I don't care. Yeah, I start Batmaning, knock on a door. Hi, is Erich Rauda here? No? Okay.
Yes.
Erich? I yell at him.
Yeah.
You're halfway through your steak.
Just
Well, when you finish your steak, we're going back up to the Mages Guild to teleport again.
Fantastic.
In the Mages Guild, and you never told me.
Well,
they
very
didn't
specifically, he's not in the Mages Guild.
Yeah, they didn't want me. They're for the people who struggle with their magic. They need books to remember their spells and everything.
I've heard something about that.
Nodding along with him.
Me, I know all my spells by heart. I don't need to think at all. Just
This man? He's heading off to war.
Yes.
He's going with me.
Brave sword. I don't recall you at the training.
No, I believe I was doing something else at the time.
Well, if he was doing something else, So when you told me about, yes?
Yeah.
I bet I can guess what I was doing
So
at
what
that
I
time.
told you about, the one who doesn't talk?
That's
Then do you head back up?
Yeah.
Did you write down what statues I have from the Remy place?
Are you just going to give him a statue?
Yes.
That's a good steak. Here's a statue. What? This is not a form of payment. I mean, I'll accept if I'm not happy about it.
They're full-size, like people-size statues.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're all huge?
Well, they're medium.
Oh.
So you're saying there's room in his house for one? It could really tie the room together.
As you just lay it across his couch and leave.
Here,
move this multi-hundred-
Kalidan attacks 20-foot high ceiling golden statue. Everyone puts treasure into the toll. All have disadvantage on saving throws.
Well, I guess we never got an accounting of how much treasure
No one cared.
was actually in the...
You could give him a half a hollow metal golden rod. Those were also things we had.
Was there only one medium-sized statue?
Alright, 4, I think.
4? Well, here you go. I pull out a golden statue, like, spruce up your leaf.
Very pretty! I love it!
Yeah.
Keep me informed about how that war goes on.
Yeah, have a good
We'll
one.
be telling the boys.
Yeah, I'll try and catch one of the churnings when we're done with the war.
Right. Don't look forward to facing you after that kind of experience.
Yeah.
Now
And
that
then
he
we
has
leave.
to now, he could just retire.
And now we... Here, have some cursed mummy stuff.
To be fair, we killed that mummy. Though, evidently, he does come back.
Probably.
And we didn't know.
Yep, comes back, searches down his lost treasure, Now this guy...
I mean, the
I
mummy
mean, is
still has
that
to
really
get
what he does? Otherwise, I need to give away more gold.
That's just inlaying adventures.
I need to paint one of these gray and put it in an orphanage.
What is wrong with you?
He's a monster.
Orphans are the best source of adventurers. They just need a minor traumatic event to really put them in the right track.
Usually, being an orphan's a pretty traumatic event, saying from experience.
No.
You did fine.
Yeah, you were fine.
You barely were an orphan. There was a support
He's like,
structure.
does that sound like the backstory of a main character? Became an orphan and then just left and did stuff afterwards? No, it has to burn down.
No. In the backstory in my mind, I did push a witch into an oven one time as she was killing orphans. Luring them out into the forest.
So
and
Erich
killing
will
them.
bring monsters to many orphanages across the land.
I'm pretty sure this is the plot to Unbreakable.
Yeah, that
Oh
was...
God, you're the bad guy.
I need to find the hero! How? I'm going to create enough disasters until we get one.
Should have known. They called me Erich Raspe.
They called him Mr. Glass. As part of your chaotic good duty, you become an evil villain. Someone comes to
there
defeat
aren't
you.
any good ones, therefore I must take up the mantle myself.
Well, the best part is you become an evil overlord. Someone comes and defeats you, and you're just like, your dying words are like, I'm just so damn proud of you.
As your contingency, not resurrect, but
Well, no, it's obviously
Reincarnation kicks in.
It's obviously like a play situation where they strike me down, and then I come out of the back going, "Congratulations, you win!" Now, please vacate. We do have another adventuring team on the way.
they turn around, look at you, turn the other way. Kurt comes up live, studio audience.
It's just, like, you're a monster.
You find him easy enough.
Okay.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a dwarf.
I say Kalidan.
I look up and walk over.
And it's like,
I turn back into myself.
we're going to be teleporting over to the Tinker Gnome town. And hopefully they won't shoot at us this time.
Well, you don't have an army of undead out this time.
No.
Because that's what upset them last time, is you wandering up with just a following legion of undead.
Yeah.
They thought maybe you were going to lay siege to their town.
Yeah.
Because, if you're running around with a legion of undead, it's not unreasonable what they were thinking.
People.
I watched that new, the new Zombieland today. It was fine.
But yeah, so gather back up to the Mage's Guild and wait for Jimmy and Erich.
I'm liable
Jimmy
to
shares
watch
the bread away. Eric shortly behind.
liable to watch it again. It was fine.
Alright. Nope.
And teleport.
Now let me touch your crossbow.
What? Oh, crossbow.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you focus like that, where does it take you?
I figure...
Also, how long... What's the time period for an item to have left? Is there a time period? I feel like there was a time period.
It's either like a month or 6.
Because if it's a month, it's been more than a month.
How much time did we spend in hell?
A bit.
At least 30 days. 6 months.
6 months?
Yep.
And so it takes you to where that item is from?
Yeah.
So you all end up in the tinker shop. Or is there still a percentage on that, or with an item is it
Let's see. Familiarity, associated object.
associated object?
Isn't that one of the ones that comes with its own rules?
Means that if you possess an object taken from a desired destination within the last 6 months, such as a book from a wizard's library, blah 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 blah. Very...
Associated object 100% on target.
Yep.
You get there. It's the chart at the top.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Okay. Yeah, I was looking.
So yeah. So...
Is the Tinkerer in?
Tinker is in, sort of thing, as the whole group of you ends up in this cluttered room, all sorts of stuff. Whirring machines, a cage inside of a bigger cage, various, like, leather strips with, like, metal, pierced through at different angles, at the end. Some bottle off on the side that's just emitting a smoke into a basket above it, that's just sort of hanging from the ceiling. And I believe it was actually like a normal gnome. It wasn't it was like a normal gnome, right? That's sort of sitting, behind, like, crawls up on the counter.
My, what an interesting shop you have here. A lot of impressive little doohickeys.
Where did you come from?
We teleported.
We came from Cabrex-nem.
I don't know that.
Oh.
It's to the south. Anyways, we are interested in outfitting an army and technological weapons, and have money to spend. Would you be interested?
I like money.
I have a lot of money.
And
Yeah.
this is a kind of test that would really rack your brain.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Well, what do you need?
Well, we will be fighting against horrible aberrations. So,
Where's that? You're sitting there and you're being productive to talk to him. You are probably of the mindset of we're on a job and you're standing beside him in case he needs to get back up. What do you do?
I mean, wander off.
Outside the door?
Yeah.
And you?
I'm proud of him. Just...
What do you do, though? Do you wander off? Do you play with stuff?
I'm touching things in the shop.
That's what I thought. Just figure out where everyone's at while this is going on.
Every button. Toggling every switch.
What's this one do? What's this one do?
He's James Bond, but way worse.
Okay.
Ooh,
So-
he's tinkering.
So, now back to your actual productive part.
How dare you?
So we know that these creatures have very powerful mind abilities. Maybe you could, I don't know, if you've got some sort of way of blocking some telepathic psionic abilities that they might have from affecting our troops. Or
if they have range, if you have like really bright spotlights or really long range crossbows.
I do need...
I do have these that explode.
Well,
Houseplants.
we could definitely make use of explosions. That's a good point, though. We do need a something that can produce a large, bright amount of light.
Light. Well, I mean, for a very long period of time, or just for like an instant? Because have you ever seen an explosion?
You should listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about.
As he is over there, and you're the pieces of metal sticking through the lever, as you like squeeze on the bit of metal, it's like some sort of liquid that kind of burns on the skin, sort of leaks out of the metal itself.
We're also looking to hire potentially people to act in the war. Do you know of any people who would be for hire?
I'm sure there's a few folks around here, a couple mercenary folks, but we're a small community.
Yeah, the manor is.
Yes.
Would he be interested in the Lord of the Manor?
He tends to keep to himself. If there were for some reason that it affected him personally, but beyond that, he
How about if he
has
doesn't show
enough.
up?
He has enough to do. I think we finally got the darn lobstermen to fight. Stop coming. But for the longest time, we had onslaughts.
Did they disappear one day?
Yes, yes, they did.
I know where they went.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
If you like, I could tell you the story of that later.
Of course.
Also,
I've seen you before.
Yes, I bought one of your crossbows. That's why we came.
How is it working?
Well, pretty good, pretty good. I wish it was magical, but that's just because sometimes...
Oh, no, you don't want to mess with that kind of thing.
You get magical bolts. You can fill it with magical bolts.
True.
The cage inside of a cage bites you.
Oh,
It's a mimic.
cool.
The outer cage also bites you. It's a mimic and a mimic.
It is not. It's an actual cage on the outside.
Going off the explosion idea, would you be able to maybe provide some sort of psychic feedback loop that would explode the aberrations' heads?
No, not at all. But if you have like a wall you need to get past,
I have more
this
explosives.
blasting powder tends to do well.
Well, I mean,
Really, what are you needing in the ways of it? You say you've got money for this. How much money do you have?
a lot.
A lot sounds like a lot when you say a lot, but a lot means a different to...
I think I still have $1 million left.
Well, you can always build an army.
There was also a couple different things that I wanted to ask you specifically.
Oh, of course.
Did you mean golems or clockwork? Or homunculuses?
Well, like one of these things. And he kind of hops down, pushes, through basically a curtain that is under what is supposed to be a cabinet, but it's just another room for him as he goes behind. And he comes up some stairs in an upper level, and he kind of hits on the head of, what is a pot, and it kind of... And yeah, it's like a golem, clockwork golem.
And these things can fight and stab stuff? And not allies?
They can certainly discern one from another. And I don't know about stabbing.
I don't imagine...
Beat about the head? Beat about the head and
They
shoulders?
can beat things, toss things. Mostly the forces that I keep on the gates have been using my explosives. It's quite explosive.
Can they walk into a group of enemies with an explosive?
Well, that would really hurt them. You probably wouldn't want to do that.
But think about all the enemies hurt.
Why, when they can just throw it?
I mean, really, he's a lot smarter than you, isn't he?
It's his kind of magic.
I mean, it's like you don't have any experience with shield guardians, do you?
No, it seems a little arcane to me. But I mean, I've heard of the concept. I suppose they could throw explosives too.
I wanted to ask you a couple mechanical questions.
Alternatively, if you don't like things that explode, and you do like crossbows, you could get really big ones as he lifts up on that second counter ballista bolt. We have these too. Quite upset. They will punch right through a lot of things.
Yeah, no,
Can
that
they
sounds
make them so a
worthwhile.
dragon could hold them? Just saying, I can fly
You're
around
not there.
breathe fire,
You're not
and
there,
shoot
but
cover.
I do ask, can a bunch of those guys carry this round and fire it? And could you take explosives, tie it onto that, and then have those guys fire it to make an explosion far away from you?
Well, no, like he said, you throw the explosives if you want those far away.
You
If you
can-
tie the explosives to this, it kind of messes up the, the trajectory and the...
You could just get a launcher for the explosives.
I mean, really, at that point, you might as well be trying to fling, 12 of these at a time, if as well as with what it would do for the accuracy.
Wouldn't it be better to put them all in just like a wicker box and drop it on the enemy from above?
I mean, generally, above isn't the best thing.
Well, not the crossbows, the explosives, if you're just to drop the explosives. If you were, say, on the ceiling.
Or flying.
Or on the bottom of a flying thing.
Well, I mean, yes, you could, if you fly, you can put it up there, but, I mean, really, how far are you going to be from them? They'll just knock you down.
We have not scoped out the caverns and seen how tall they are yet.
Well, I think we're kind of missing the point is how much explosives do you have, how many of them I can buy, and how much is it?
Millions, you say?
I think. I'd have to open the hole to know for sure.
But yes, I still wanted to ask you some mechanics questions.
Right?
Okay, I kind of go over the plan of making a gear-based drill and see if he can give me any information about that.
Are we back to outfitting your zombies with iron equipment?
Yeah, I just asked him the mechanics of how it works and to make sure that I understand it as well as I think I do.
You crank this gear this way, and the teeth make this gear turn this way, and that's what the drilly bit's attached to.
Okay. Yeah, and it's like, then that's it. The next question that I want to ask you is about creating a pumpless Waterloo. Would you happen to understand the dynamics of that?
I don't understand the dynamics of that.
Well, essentially, the way that it works is you take water and you boil it. That water raises up, and then you cool the water off, and it goes down, and it circulates the water like this.
You mean a still? A still that feeds back into itself?
Yeah, and it's like,
I mean, in theory, that would work, yes. But it definitely
Before you continue,
would require a large input of energy to keep the water boiling.
yeah, sure.
I mean, yes, that's a steam drill-based thing to, have a cavern crawler that just drills through walls.
And so, like, I just want to ask him go over that and make sure that I understand the mechanics of it. And
Easy
so,
enough.
yeah, okay.
It's not like an excuse to fabricate in the future.
Do you go over what you're thinking with it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it what I said? A mobile driller?
To create essentially like a steam engine that acts as a drill. That is a good idea to use it for. It wasn't exactly what I was planning on doing with that information.
Oh god, I'm scared. What were you planning? If not,
Yeah, I don't want to stop explaining things and start asking Ryan what the heck does he want.
It's for later.
See, that's scary.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, your idea would be incredibly destabilizing.
Yeah, but imagine that's the tame idea, and whatever Ryan's thinking of is so much more worse.
It's for one instance. You don't have to think too hard about it.
So you go outside, and you immediately get some weird looks.
Who, him?
Yeah.
Too tall?
You don't fit in here. You're not... This isn't your...
I go to find the magic shop.
This is the place that hates magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't...
Alright. I go and find the weapon shop.
That's behind you.
No, that's a tinker shop. There's probably still a blacksmith in town.
I mean, yeah, there's a blacksmith. Not really a weapon shop, but there's a blacksmith. Mostly utility.
What are you
Hinges.
making? What are you making? Nails.
Nails. Hinges.
Want help?
Do you live here now?
No.
I wasn't saying anyone was coming through the gates.
Weird thing. So you want help or not? I can work the bellows.
Make a persuasion.
Get arrested.
12. I offered to work the bellows. He can't get
Yeah,
mad
no,
at that.
he's fine with it.
I have to get my dragon to learn how to smith the hard way so I can go back to smithing. So I'm going back and starting fresh, learning how to smith.
You messed him up, Ryan. You messed him up completely.
Lost all my muscle memory.
This is going to be my smith build.
And to his mind, this is the only way you learn to smith is ask random smithies to work in their shop.
It worked before. Technically, you can reread a book.
Yes,
Unfortunately, that book is currently stuck in a bag.
inside a dragon.
Yes, inside a dragon. I also need to go and buy an axe for this guy. I need new weapons and armor.
I have weapons and armor.
Yeah, I'll just go steal some of his stuff.
He has a sword and a very fancy shield.
No, he bought a bunch of crap.
Yeah, I have a whole supply of +1 weapons and gear.
Oh yeah, that's right. Everything the corpse cart had on it.
I bought everything.
Yeah, I need to take this and then make another...
You do. You would do. You just...
Adam, I will need another character sheet so that I can actually fill it out properly for the fighter build for this guy that I transform into.
I mean, well, for the gladiator, I mean, most of the stuff is the same.
Yeah, but I actually would like to have a sheet so I can write down things like hitting.
There's still space on there. There's 2 lines left on your...
Use the back.
So, yeah, that's not organized.
Take a picture of the character
Are,
sheet. in the
it's a
muster
piece of
manual.
paper. Why are we fighting about this? Can I just have the extra piece of paper?
Because you already have 2 character sheets.
I also have a folder. It's not like it's getting disorganized.
I promise you, a folder can get disorganized.
That's perfectly organized. And this is nowhere near as bad as when I was a druid.
Hmm.
You guys...
Open up the gold.
Yeah.
We might.
I want all your explosions and also that mimic.
We might also want to get this guy to pick us out to the people who want to join the mercenary crew that'll join us in the war.
Bonds are 150 gold per. The mimic is 300 gold.
Why do you want the mimic?
It's a little tiny, cute little mimic in a cage.
He was in there the first time and you didn't ask. It made me sad. Thus, when you guys came back and he was with you, I'm like, oh, I can get him to play with it.
That little mimic is
How
going in
many
an
bombs
orphanage.
are there?
He has currently available.
How many will he sell me?
How much is
And can we place an order for
300.
more to pick up
He
later?
currently has 87 at 150 gold apiece.
150?
Yes.
That's only 13,000.
Right.
Can we place an order for more?
I mean, yeah, I'll keep making more.
We can come back.
How much for the clockwork golems?
I have 7 of them, and then 5,000 per.
Nope, insight's wisdom. So I was going to say make an insight check to make sure he doesn't take advantage of us, but then again, I don't care and it's not my money.
Yeah, I'm not certain about that. I mean, do they think? Like, are they like people? Yeah, no. The adventure would be wasted on them.
Do you know of people in town who want to join a mercenary outfit to participate in the war?
I mean, the mercenaries working here would usually are defending on the gates.
Just hire them.
You would
all
just
out from the
see when the contract ends that they currently have, and if it looks with you, I mean,
Oh, so
you seem to be.
they're at the gates.
Yes, the guards are often hired mercenaries.
Okay. I guess we'll go talk to them.
What do the bombs do?
Explode.
I was going to say, do they also come with statistics in that?
Oh, yes. As an action, the character can light this bomb and throw it at a point up to 60 feet away. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must succeed a DC 12 Dex save or take 3d6 fire damage. And that's for general combat on your scale.
So what you're saying is we're going to tie them to me as I fly around and drop them in huge patches.
Are you going to be
If
busy?
that's what you decide to do on your scale, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you're probably buying them for the war, in which case they will behave differently.
Oh.
But if you use them while they're on your scale, then that's the mechanical.
Because we have army scale and personal combat scale.
I'm very fond of the American way of war. Bomb the crap out of them.
Spin bullets, not lives.
Attach bombs to dragon, turn them into basil goose.
Flap, flap, flap.
There you go. I buy his bombs and the mimic.
How many more?
How big
bombs?
is the mimic?
Right now, I mean, the cage is like that big, so it's smaller than that.
Probably 500.
But it's a mimic, so let it out, and it'll be bigger.
500 more.
Also, it's not trained.
Well, I can work at that. That's the thing I can do.
Don't you still have a ring of animal friendship?
I do, but mimics
It's
aren't
not an
animals.
animal.
But I do have animal handling.
Which it still wouldn't help you.
It's not an animal.
Well, that's because they didn't put a skill in a sheet called monster handling.
I understand the concept of training things. Oh, that's true. I don't have animal handling trained anymore. I lost that when I lost half health. But I still vaguely remember how animals work.
So, I
No
guess
free skill proficiencies for Asimars.
it's like, yeah, no, we'll come back and buy more if we have time before the actual army sets out.
Right.
So, keep on making them. They seem like a good investment. I guess we leave through the front door and go to the gate.
Yeah, I guess. Since
You all get a lot of things and weapons turned on you as the whole group then exits the building and is walking about the little village here.
At least we were going straight to the gate to talk to the guards.
Yeah.
Hail and salutations, citizens of this fine city.
What you doing in here?
I was making purchases at the tinker shop.
You don't belong in here?
I spent money.
Well, we didn't give you rights to be in here.
I didn't ask.
That's my point.
Anyways, when is your contract up? We are looking to hire mercenaries.
Renew every month.
Well, there's going to be a war soon in the Underdark, and we are looking to hire mercenaries. Well, would you be interested? I hear
Hey,
it is very competitive.
That's one word for it. Outrageous.
I already have enough. I just look at you and say that. I mean, if you want some.
Fine.
I mean, if you just want regular mercenaries.
Yeah, just regular
Not
mercenaries.
hand-picked elites.
Wasn't your handpicking just anyone who was available that day on the board?
I like to think that those people were fated with me. That makes them special.
Surely their travels would not have come into...
So during your negotiations, they're
10 gold.
showing you out of the...
Yeah, we'll go to the other side. But I do bring up, I believe, 40 gold a month, 10 gold a week.
What was your...
It was a lot.
His was like 200
with 1,000... with 1,000 gold pension, whether you lived or died, you got it.
Yeah, I have 1,000 gold pension. I gave them 200 gold signing bonus, and I believe I was given something like 50 gold a week or something afterwards.
Which they don't know. This is like most hiring places. You just gotta talk about what you make.
Doesn't look like I actually wrote it down.
I feel like you did.
I feel like I wrote it down somewhere. That was my thought too. I'm like, I feel like I wrote this.
It's like, I remember you writing it. I remember you being
had more
next to me writing
character
it.
sheets. You'd have places to put all this information.
20 gold a week offer, $200 or 200 gold for retainer, mentions pensions.
You have their names here, so you just didn't write the prices. Okay. I knew you wrote something down. It's like, I had to find that.
Norix Karn.
So, at half the price of 10 gold a week.
For wool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll just stick it out around here. It's nice and safe. The crabs seem to have stopped. By the way, once you are outside, you see that the outer walls are armored in the shells of the
Crab people.
jewel. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we briefly thought that the mayor of this town was some sort of god.
No.
No, I believe that's what Erich thought. That's why all the chills showed up to eat him.
Yes, that was me. I did that.
What?
No, he's a vampire.
I made illusions that the person in this town was a god. So the aboleth came and attacked them. That's what you get for closing doors.
My chaotic good says, you need the adventure of Aboleth attack. They'll strengthen you and give you levels.
And armored walls.
Mm-hmm.
All gains.
And it's like, if that's how you feel, I was going to mention the 50 gold, pension, but okay.
So, the three of you are now outside. Kaladin nowhere to be
Time
found.
to go?
Wait. Does your town have a smithy?
We have a blacksmith, yes. He probably also wouldn't want to go off to war.
Oh no, I was just going to say my friend's there. Can you send him out?
What friend?
The fourth one of us.
He's either a Goliath...
Is he the one that got you in the...
No.
But he would look like a Goliath, a human, or a dwarf. Or maybe a dragon.
What?
One of those. Almost assuredly, he's the other guy in the blacksmith shop. Could you have him sent out?
Short while someone comes into you. Why do you have a stranger working in your shop? It's a security risk! You didn't even ask for pay.
I'm just going to stay here.
I'm just working the bellows.
Out!
I'm just like, we are busy.
Out!
He has it on good authority that you're actually a dragon. I don't know who told him that.
It was probably me. I have a tendency.
I go to gold. I give the gnome a gold. I'm like, sorry for the inconvenience.
No inconvenience!
Hey, you have a blessed day.
You do!
Oh, that guy doesn't have gold yet.
That guy doesn't have gold yet, Bob. Therefore, that guy doesn't have gold.
Yeah. Oh, you have gold. I was like, you have a nice day. Left. I have no money. My money is currently
Safe!
yeah, it's very safe. I kind of want to get arrested and turn back into me. Just be like, you put someone in a jail wearing all that armor? And weapons. Don't forget the weapons.
Alternatively, you turn into a dragon.
What? It might break the wall.
So
he gets kicked out.
No, I would just turn to a mouse and leave.
So, no takers? I asked the wall. Yeah.
Walls notoriously are bad at talking.
Okay.
Though they do have ears. Great listeners, bad at talking.
I mean, unless for S&Gs we go murder the vampire in the manor, but I don't think that's a productive use of our time.
I can breathe fire now.
Lightning.
We have another vampire we know about. I mean, while we're talking about vampires, I do owe her an apology still.
Well,
I assumed that was the vampire that he's talking about. The vampire you know of.
Yeah. We think that this one might be a vampire. We never found out.
Yeah.
At the very least, the people in his village do not quite seem the vampire thrall that the others did.
Yeah.
Well, I need to go to bed before I can cast higher level spells again.
Can you not even cast the mansion?
I could.
No.
I've got one left.
Okay, then. Old mansion out here, and
Why don't we go to the Abeloth Pond first? And then we'll mansion there.
do you have a teleport?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I might as well.
Where he just goes, I wish I was at the Abeloth Pond.
Yes.
Do you take their hand?
I mean, that's a good point.
Or do you just go say, that's where we should go, and you're gone? We'll see him tomorrow.
Yes, how familiar are we with the Abeloth Pond?
I think you're magically bound to it.
No. I died multiple times.
Bound to it.
Yeah, it's...
Am I still magically bound to it?
You're not.
No.
Yeah,
You're a dragon.
Well, there's that, and I believe eventually the enchantment thing wore off, and Ryan...
No, Ryan used his up.
Yeah, I
Well,
used
yeah,
mine up.
but I'm saying even when you... After the Tiamat thing, Bob's was gone too.
Yeah.
No, just Ryan's.
I think he might have still been magical, but
Yeah.
it was just empty on his end. So, that'll work.
91.
I agree.
Here, agreement is not necessary.
That's true, it is incorrect according to your rules.
See, if it was just 2 D10s, completely agree. But that is a percentile on a D10.
The one on the left is what goes first.
Nick, which one was on the left?
The 9.
On the other side of the table.
Oh.
It's not how left works.
Have
I'm
you
doing
met
it
Nick
from
before?
Austin's perspective. You know,
You're not Austin.
like any...
So if
sympathetic
he rolls a
person-
dice, is it still based on your perspective?
No, it's his. He rolled the
Dice rollers.
Yes. So you're all in a pond.
Sploosh.
Splash.
Float up, prestidigitation try.
Some more to the side.
And you hear chittering noises from around the outside, and
Swim out of the pond.
Did I ever trade
Yeah.
that cloak?
force of Trool marching upon you.
Krakathoon. Are they in a line?
No. You're in a
Yes.
mass.
No, put them in a line. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
They're in a mass.
Okay.
No, tell them that
Synaptic
it's
shock.
time for the Jesus crackers to line up.
Psychic Fireball. Aren't these, like, friendly to us?
Well,
Well, that is true. They're chittering mass of Trool. Do they look hostile and come
Yes.
at us? You know, synaptic shock. Going to guess that they need an intelligence save of 20.
Well, I mean, if you don't know, you don't do damage.
Wow. Xanathar's guy.
oh,
If that's the case, they fail.
Yeah. I kind of expected they
They don't
would.
have good intelligence.
No. They cannot make a 20.
Yeah, intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to stats your creatures aren't good at. Wait. Are creatures... do they have more than 2 intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They are smart enough to be chopped.
Yes. If they were animals,
Oh, and wait, what are you what is this target? How much is...
it's a fireball.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so just like a side.
20 foot radius sphere.
Mm-hmm. So 40 feet.
Do it again. Come on, make it Yahtzee.
Oh, 1, 1, 1, 2! It's 5 so far.
Yeah.
On 4 dice, you got 5. That is it.
So 11, 12, there we go, 18, 22.
With 4 ones.
Mm-hmm. They also have muddled thoughts during that time. It rolls a d6 and subtracts that number from attack rolls and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. They can all make intelligence checks at the end of their turn for saving throws to get out of that for a minute, but...
Fun as it is, you take a little bit of time, and they're CR4 creatures.
Yeah. Well, I do that 3 more times.
Yeah. It's like, you guys do not actually have any legitimate challenge from them,
Mm-hmm.
but...
Well, I mean, Storm Sphere, obviously. That would be my contribution, is glowing, grow wings, and then shoot a Storm Sphere off.
Well, yeah, so you're able to mop up the smatterings of Troll that are sitting here.
I guess she didn't do okay.
She's not in control of them any longer.
Well, anyways, you step to the mansion. I'm going to put on Cloak of Manta Ray and go swim around in the pool.
Is there an Aboleth body here? I imagine it'd be pretty obvious.
No?
The Aboleth actually went through into hell, so...
Bad choice.
They really hate gods.
She fought Tiamat and lost.
I mean, she's pretty strong.
And she's actually one of the lower divine rank deities. And she didn't try to I'm gonna go pick a fight with Neril.
Just
Tiamat's
glances
low level
passively in your direction.
is freaking... No, that's Ow. Who's high level?
I also
Ow doesn't have levels.
turn into
Yeah,
a dragon
doesn't
and
have
swim
levels.
down into
And
the
he's
water
Faerun.
He's an overdate.
looking for stuff.
Well, isn't that the good dragon god, or is that Bahamut? Is Bahamut higher?
You're
or
thinking
lower?
of Io.
But Bahamut's a greater deity.
Yeah, okay, so he is higher than Tiamat.
Yes.
So what do we find?
Who I believe is lesser.
Daddy's looking for a new pair of armor.
The armor's gone.
Yeah.
It was given away. It was a gift to someone.
Neural's pretty high up there. You don't want to mess with the death gods in general. Like any of them.
I worship Ouijas.
Yeah, she's a little bit weaker than the other death gods, but that's what
she's
you
a
get.
Ouija?
That's what you get. That's what you get
Yeah.
for splitting.
Death
your,
and magic.
She's the Suluisian death goddess.
yeah, that's what you get for splitting your focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's because she was part of a specific people group. And then she's like, I'm magic in death.
Look at my skull with fireball eyes.
I like Neuro who's just like death.
I live on the prison plane.
I don't know, I still like Dragonlance's good god of good, Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Old Fizbin.
A lot of soot. A lot of rusted bits of metal. Bones and corpses. There is a point, the lowest point within this, whereupon sits just a void, a black void in the murkiness of the water.
Pick up the portal hole.
You pick it up.
You just assume a black void is automatically a portable hole.
Sphere of Annihilation, you die.
I gotta save, right?
No. I don't know. Maybe 5th edition. I don't even know if 5th edition has Spheres of Annihilation anymore.
Kind of doubtful.
We ran into one in the game where we were doing the bank robbery.
Yeah, but was that just something he made up versus actual rules?
So simply reaching your hand out to grab it is not fully passing your way through it. So yeah,
Just makes you take damage.
Doesn't just destroy your hand, it just...
Nope.
Just
damage.
So there's no save.
Well, we were talking about Sphere of Annihilation. We don't know what...
21 force damage. As you reach out to this 2-foot diameter black void.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
And it just sort of starts
Whacking at your hand.
dissolving your hand until you recoil it.
I swim back up and tell Ryan what I found.
You gotta think of that real hard.
It gave me an ouchie. I go over to Nick and put my hand in his face.
High five.
Yeah.
I grab Nick and pick him up and be like, heal hand.
Can't you do that by changing shape?
No.
I can heal hand.
No, I have the same health pool.
Oh, your
You
shape
could
changed.
go back into himself.
Oh.
But
Sleep it off. We'll be fine.
Well, how much damage did you take?
21.
We'll have 17.
Oh, see?
I can heal people.
Yeah.
Why was that
That's
hard,
a
Nick?
skill I gained recently.
Why was that hard, Nick? Why couldn't you have done it?
Because I don't know I can do it. Also, I don't know I can...
You've been healing the whole time. What do you mean you don't know?
with my sword, I still would have said sleep that off. I'm just going around. I feel, as an ASMR, I didn't know I had, besides the light spell, the shape change or that ability.
Wait,
I've
wait.
never used it.
You can shape change?
You can grow wings and claw.
Yeah, and do extra damage. It eats an action. And 5th edition doesn't like, wombo combos. So.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
what
go
Pumpless
ahead and
is for.
swim down
Yeah.
and take a look at it. I'll go ahead and swim down and take a look at it.
okay.
I just tell him to hold on, and I swim him down.
Let's see. Do I know anything about the Sphere of Annihilation?
Make an Arcana check.
It's an ouchie sphere.
How big is the pond? Big?
Yeah. Come on, feet across.
Quite big.
So that's
More than your remaining powder of dust.
27.
Yes, by a lot.
Okay. I mean, you've heard possibly something like this? Basically, a hole in the multiverse kind of thing? You're not really sure much beyond it. Conceptually, you've read theories, but that you gather this is sort of leaning towards, but nothing concrete that you're sure of.
Okay.
But most importantly, you don't know how to move it.
Put in an anti-magic field.
None of us have that.
He has wish.
We do, but
I already used mine.
yeah,
Is anti-magic field a spell?
Yes.
yes,
Ah.
it's an 8th level spell.
I knew it was a thing, I just didn't know it was called anti-magic field. I thought it would be a byproduct of a different spell.
No.
People love that spell. They'd never take it away.
Well, I could experiment with it a little bit, but I've also got other research that I need to be doing as well.
So ignore it.
So, take a look at it, and I guess I'll mess around with it for a little while and see if I can...
I mean, you're able to, for example, get rusty things off the bottom of the water, and as you toss them through, they just go into nothingness.
So touching it with anything physical is not going to work. Maybe have to do something through, like, telekinesis, or...
I swim off whilst he's looking at it and continue my search.
Look at it. hit it with an Eldritch Blast.
You're not there.
Yeah, I am. I have a Cloak of the Manta Ray.
It didn't matter. We all have water breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Why do we all have water breathing?
Because I cast it at the beginning of the day.
No, I know.
It's one of his everyday things he casts.
Supposedly.
Along with, the health for me. This is something that happens.
I wouldn't have even been injured.
Yeah, temporary HP, man. And
No, because you haven't rested since then. So he
temp-
hasn't had a new day since then.
It's still the day you got turned into a dragon. No, yeah, that was a day before.
No, because you had the continual day you guys didn't rest because you never got tired.
Oh, okay. There was never a long rest since he turned into a dragon.
Okay, so I continue searching.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I hit it with force damage. Does it move, or does it just eat the force
It
damage?
just eats the force damage.
Do I have Mage Hand? I think I do.
Yeah, whatever. I'll try Mage Hand. and see.
It will eat the mage hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. When we first made characters, you took Mage Hand and I did not.
I take a. I'll go ahead and take an hour and go ahead and cast telekinesis at it and see if I'm able to lift it up or move it with that.
Well,
Okay.
as well as telekinesis.
Make Arcana check.
Nine.
So 20.
20. You're not quite able to get it to move much as you concentrate.
But does he feel that it resists his intelligence, or that the spell failed?
Well,
He knows the spell succeeded.
yeah, I'm still concentrating on it. I can still move stuff around.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know if it's a weight or if I'm just not focused strong enough to move it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would work or or if it's just
yeah.
your brain keeps slipping off of it, or if it's
I'll use a luck point. I forget. So 28.
Or do you not get that because you knew the results already?
I think you don't get it because you knew the results.
Arguably, it'd be that one.
Well, it was a low roll anyway. So it was just me spacing that I had.
well before the outcome is determined.
Do it. Do it
Yeah,
again.
you just try again.
Well, I try again then.
No new roll. No new roll. You've
Oh, okay.
You cannot succeed now.
Alright.
What? Well, you get your luck point back.
So
So he can't try again. He's just stuck at 20.
at this point, yeah.
okay.
Until conditions change.
It's almost like you don't want us to have a sphere of annihilation.
I mean, I don't want you to have a spare of annihilation.
Why'd you put it down here then?
Because this is what's down here.
And also, it's not that great.
Anyway, go ahead and go to the mansion. I'm going to spend some time researching my crystal.
Okay.
Long rest.
Otherwise, yeah, you find nothing else of actual interest. There are remains of things down here, but nothing
Just
of value.
weird that the sphere isn't eating the water.
Nope, it's not. It also seems to be resting on the
Ground
the
without
ground.
eating
It seems like the soot is less around it, almost as it like shifts into it doesn't shift out. So like it's a little cleaner around it, like it's eating the things there, but it is otherwise just resting on the stone ground.
Can I take one of those rusty blades and try to use the blade to pick up the ground or the orb and using the ground orb
Well, the
resting
ground
on
under it is stone.
So I can't chisel it out?
No. You can break a rusty blade into powder and add it to the soot on the bottom.
Yes, a rusty blade couldn't chisel it out. You need tools. If
Alright.
only somebody here who had, mining tools.
Alright, so I go into the mansion and turn back into a person.
think you kind of have to do the other way around with the size door that the mansion gets.
Yeah.
Dragonwood cake.
Were you a dragon underwater?
Yeah. Dragons are amphibians.
Well, at least the one you are is.
Not all.
Yeah, I'm not a giant lizard.
Do you
I'm
go
a giant
into the-
toad.
Yeah.
I am a salamander.
You behave, so I don't have to ask you.
What?
So yeah, another 8,000 experience.
Level up?
I don't think so.
Do you?
I have no idea.
I think. Did we pass 300,000 though?
What?
No.
It's 2.5.
Oh, I thought that was a 9. It's a 4.
255.
Yeah. All right. Well, join us next time for more. Bye.